Hello and welcome to my absolutely very first ever Sims 4 house building video. My name is Mackenzie. I'm filming this for my blog actually by Screenside, but I am actually a huge fan of Sims 4 builders on YouTube and I've always wanted to make a video like this, so I apologize if I struggle a bit as it is my first time and definitely a little bit nervous trying to record this for the first time. So, I did a very simple and basic build for the first time. I didn't want to get too ambitious. So, I also sped it up maybe just like a little bit too much. I went 8 times speed instead of 4 times speed, so it's very quick and it's going to be hard for me to kind of keep up with narrating exactly what I'm doing as I go along, but I'm going to do my best. So this is a build based on a picture I actually did see on Google. I just kind of Googled a country house and found one that was like really similar to how this turns out. I was actually pretty surprised I was able to recreate it so well because I'm usually not very good at that. This is a 2-bedroom. I did struggle with trying to fit a like 2 bedrooms on the top floor because that top floor is just that little square you see there at the top. So I did wind up putting the second bedroom on the bottom. And the outside is very traditional, but my furnishings, as you will see, I like kind of more of like a funky style, mix and match furniture kind of thing. So you'll see how that turns out. So yeah, this is my first time again, like I said, and very excited to be showing off. This is not my first time building. It's just my first time recording a video doing it. So I'm just trying to figure out the shape of the house, figure out windows. That is the hardest part for me always. Figuring out like what windows look good, exactly where I should stick them, and I'm building a little awning slash shade thing. I don't know what it's called on the on the back porch area. And I struggled here a bit because I every time I deleted part of the floor there, it kept removing the exterior trim on the house. So I finally had to push everything back and draw it again. One little tip I can share is that it helps to have the grid if you're struggling trying to get something to place an object or to draw a fence or wall on a certain floor level. Turn the grid on if it's not already on. Just press the G key and make sure that your grid is on the level that you're trying to work on. So if there's no floor there, you can still draw as long as there's a grid and kind of something to go off of, some sort of foundation to go off. So now I'm settling on the colors of the house. I did wind up going with blue, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail. The blue is actually really similar to the color of the house that I grew up in, so I really liked that. It felt like a comforting color to me. Oh, had a notification window pop up. Don't distract me. I'm, I'm trying to concentrate. And my cat may jump on me at any point too, because you know cats, they like to pay. They want you to pay attention when they say so. The fence there, I wound up going with one from the Get Together expansion pack, and I'm always really sad because we don't have as many banister options as we do actually fence options. Like there should be a matching banister for every fence type, but I just kind of made do with what they had and added some spandrels there out front to complement and like sort of fill out the front to make it look more like the image that I saw online. So this is where I start to go into the landscaping, which I I like to landscape. I landscape a lot. I think that's probably why my build lasted as long as it did this time around, because I I landscape, I think, maybe more than some other builders. I really like to fill that out and make everything look like really natural and as realistic as possible. Sometimes, I mean, if I'm doing a realistic build, I'm not always. Um, but yeah, that's definitely something I like to focus on and flesh out. So um, usually I will just build by going to the map and going straight to build mode, but this time I did it with a sim, just to make sure that I could play test anything that I was worried about working as I went along. Adding in some landscape painting there. I like to kind of make it look like there are certain more areas of where the grass would be worn down, like where the Sims would be walking. So there would be like, more dirt there or along the edges of the plants and things like that. Going into the house at this point, I think here in a second, yeah, I took a break, got up, get a beverage, so it'll be just 1 second before I come back here and start working again. There we go. Adding in the staircase, and okay, so this is where I tried to make the second floor 2 bedrooms to make 2 bedrooms work, and I probably could have done it, but it really would have been a tight squeeze. And I have like a pet peeve that's like totally mine. It's like my hang up. There's nothing wrong with it, but it drives me nuts when the door will not go away when you're in walls down mode, and that was going to have to happen. So I just decided, nah, I'll just do like a really generous master bath and like a loft type bedroom, and I did like the way it turned out. Love the way the light is coming in from the windows on the bathroom. Absolutely love that update that included that beautiful lighting. I love seeing the sunshine come in, and I was trying to kind of place the bathtub so that like your sim will be taking a bath and the light will be shining in their faces as they're relaxing in the tub. I like watching Sims take baths and eating, like things that I like doing. So uh, this is like my only like move objects on sort of thing that I did on this build. Like I don't usually like to like combine objects to make them into something else. I mean, I will every now and then, but like if anything glitches out slightly when I'm playing, it drives me nuts and my eyes automatically go to that. So it's something that I don't do as much as I see I really respect that other people do that. Like I'm always like, I never would have thought of that in a million years when I see it. So partially I don't do it because I probably just wouldn't think of it, but also just because if anything glitches at all, it'll drive me crazy. So yeah, that was like the only time I had to go into build mode. I just wanted to make sure that she would be able to fit there and get through, which she was able to fit, no problem. Adding some artwork from the backyard stuff pack and the kid stuff pack there on the wall. Adding a mirror. I think that's about it for the furnishings that I do. Oh yeah, that's right. I add in a little armoire there for her to be able to get dressed. And then going downstairs and starting to put together the layout for the downstairs. I didn't do open floor plan because this is a more traditional style home, and traditionally they don't have open floor plans. They usually have everything sort of blocked off, like the house that I grew up in again. So instead, lots of archways and everything's like walled off. So that's what I did. And I did put a second bedroom on the bottom floor, which turned out to be kind of decorated for a teen or maybe tween girl. It's kind of wild. Well, a lot of my decorating actually in this time around was kind of wild. It was like 4 in the morning. I was maybe a little bit slap happy. I mean, I like the way it turned out, but it may not be for everybody. But that's okay. You can always change it if maybe you don't like to build the structure of the house and you want to take out my stuff and replace it. I download other Simmer stuff. Even though I like to build, I will maybe not feel like building on that particular day, and I'll go into the gallery and I'll find something, and then I'll wind up changing like half of it. So I wouldn't blame you if you did that, if you don't like, the way that I put everything together. But I've been really obsessive about using the new summer stuff packs. I really love the content it came with, and so I wound up doing this sort of a teal and coral color in the dining room, and I use a rug from the movie hangout stuff pack. That usually is a little bit too busy for me, but because it's under a table, you kind of can't tell. So I really like the way that looked in the end. and we'll be adding just a little bit of artwork. And oh, this painting, like, I tried it out in like umpteen different areas of the house before I finally settled on, I think, putting it in the office. Uh, yes, yeah, there it is. That's where it eventually winds up. So this is where things do, besides the dining room, get a little funky as well in the living room, because I loved the green version of that painting so much I decided to make the whole living room green. Of course, if you're not a green fan, you could always tone it down by like just changing the walls to white. It would still work. But I went with green and used sort of like pink, which is the complementary color to green, across the color wheel, on like just a couple of little accents here and there around the room. Um, yeah, I don't know why I pulled out that astrolabe. What did I think I was going to do with that? I don't know. But yeah, see, here are the little pink bits that are going in and out. It's really hard to narrate at this speed. It really went too fast. So I feel like, yeah. I've tried to put a chessboard in here, but I was worried that it was going to block the door, so I moved it into the office where I felt like it probably could go anyway, because you could always throw up some focusing decor and do some programming or logic building, so that's a good room to be like your focused room in the house. I tend to do that when I'm simming, have like a certain room that's like, oh, this is my creative room, or this is my focused room, or just helps to have those buffs when you're trying to gain skills. So I definitely knew when I was first initially putting the house together that I wanted a galley kitchen with the French doors in the back. And so that's what I'm putting together at this point. These cabinets, I have not gotten over them. Like, we've gotten a couple other packs that had cabinets, like Spa Day and the Cool Kitchen Stuff pack, but I've never, like, I think these ones that came with the base game are still the best ones in the game. I don't know why I love them so much. I wound up taking out that extra archway so that I would have some more cooking space here, and I'm just putting in some cabinetry, and decided to change the kitchen to exposed brick here in a moment. Yeah, there we go. And I did like that choice. It goes like it makes sense because that's how the exterior is, and I just think that looks really good in the kitchen area. I like that, so I'm just sort of throwing down some furnishings. And it's always when I start looking at wall decor, when I find something that I want to put in another room, and then I wind up getting distracted going into another room in the middle. So there I go. It's like, oh, I want to put this somewhere, and I like tried to put that in so many places, and I just never wound up actually eventually having a place for that thing. It came from the Cool Kitchen Stuff pack, and I always forget it's there, and then I remember it's there, and I want to use it, and I never find room for it. So this is the downstairs bathroom. It's just sort of an ensuite. There's really actually only two ensuite bathrooms, so if your guests want to go to the bathroom, they're out of luck. Uh, Maybe you should consider building an outhouse. I don't know. But yeah, I was just trying to like make these lanterns work. And what happened with this room is I was going through the kids' room stuff pack and found this bed that I loved. There it is. And so I just did the whole room design based around like the colors on that bed. I just loved it. And so I just went wild and did like a totally funky teen girls room here with that. So this is almost the end of the build here. I'm just going to be throwing up some decor, and I think I make maybe a couple more changes in the foyer before it's all said and done. But I really love the stuff that came with the kids' room pack. Like the build stuff is so cute, and I love those bookshelves. I feel like they're great to use in like any room. Throwing up some trophies and a cute little mirror. Trying to find a spot for those pictures, but I never do. And yeah, I just changed a couple accent walls there. So we're getting ready to, I think, move. No, I've lost what we're doing. I'm just going to move that portrait to the other side. Oh yeah, and a chessboard. Do I want to have two chessboards? No, I don't because I moved the move it out of the office, so I guess I can't be a focus room. Guess I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, I just moved the easel and a chair and a couple more pieces of art here. And there is a little bit more furnishing in the final build than is in the video. I kind of accidentally cut it off too soon. So I'm doing the porch area, added in a grill. And I did not do the mailbox and the trash can in the video, but I did remember them for the final build, so they are in the gallery. I believe the name of the build is number one Screenside Lane because that is the name of my blog and the name of the channel by screenside.com. So that's where the name came from, and it's number one because it's my first video ever. So I did throw out a little bit of more decor onto the porch, like I said, for the final build. So, and we've got some screenshots coming up here at the end. So, like I said, I apologize for stumbling over my words and everything with this being my first time. I hope that you enjoy the video and want to come back because I had so much fun uh, building these houses, and I have a couple other videos that I'd like to make and post in the future. So hopefully, a couple people will check out these videos. So yes, final screenshots, the living room, and then we're going to go into the dining room with my funky chairs and rug, and then funky teen girls room. And then I believe we're just going to have an exterior here. So thank you. Oh, no, sorry. Bathroom with the light shining in. Just love that. Oh, and there we go. So thank you for watching, and take care and have a great day.